Hey there and welcome. My name is Jessie Jarvis with True North Yoga, and I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. I will be guiding you this evening through a 30-minute evening yoga flow practice. Very simple, juicy, deep stretching practice, and we will utilize a blanket or a pillow, so please grab something of the sort and let's get going. We'll start on our backs this evening since we've probably been upright most of the day. So lay on down. Try to lower down in a straight line all the way to your back, and then allow both of your legs to go forward. Take any ponytails out or any obstructions from around the head out of there, and just reach your arms back. Take a nice deep breath in, and an exhale, relax your whole body. And do that again with me. Reach and lengthen. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your face, stretch, reach, take a breath. Exhale and relax everything. And one more time, reach, stretch, flex everything. And an exhale to let it go. And then just rest here with me. Let your knees bend, feet can touch, or knees can touch, and feet go as wide as your mat. And then press down into your elbows and the back of your skull to lift your upper back, squeeze your shoulders, and lower back down. Rest your right hand on your belly and your left by your heart, elbows heavy by your side, and we'll just focus on breathing. So do an open mouth exhale wherever you are, just get empty. And then seal your lips, breathe in through the nose. Hold the breath for a moment and sip it up. With an open mouth, exhale it all out. Get all the air out. Squeeze the stale air out. Once you're empty, breathe in again. Press the belly up. Feel the ribs expand as you pull the breath then up to your chest and hold it. Sip it up. Open the mouth, let it go. Get all the air out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your core empty. One more time. Belly and ribs and your chest fill up. You're expanding fully in those lungs. Hold it at the top. Sip it up. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Get any wiggles and jiggles out, releasing any tension that crept in from just breathing. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes, and just tune into the feeling of your natural breath in the body. Feel that natural flow of oxygen coming in and releasing out. Notice how the mind can drift and take you in all other directions than being right here, one pointed on our own true north, if you will. And just notice how easy it is for the mind to drift, and without any judgment on those beautiful thoughts and ideas that you're coming up with, just come back. Acknowledge that you're thinking, and then choose to redirect your thought process back to your body, back to your breath, back to being in presence with yourself in these moments in our practice this evening. At any point, know that you can just rest and not do anything that I'm saying. So I encourage you to feel good and give yourself permission, the permission you need to do whatever feels best for you in these 30 minutes. Let's take one more nice full breath in and an exhale. Good. And then we'll open the arms out nice and wide, palms on the ground. Keep your feet as wide as your mat and just rock your knees over to the right side. Looking over to the left, you might bounce that top left knee kind of up, down, up, down, up, down. And then lift the knees and rock over to the left side. And you look to the right, and then you start to bounce that top right knee up and down. Just getting into the hips and the side of the body here. And just do that a couple more times. Just rock right. Let the legs relax fully, and then maybe a little bounce, a little dynamic stretch. And then up and over to the left and a little bounce. Good, and then coming back up, let's open the knees apart and the bottoms of the feet connect. And then bring your hands onto your thighs, onto your inner thighs, and just gently press down a little bit. And you just feel a little push down, nothing too intense. Try to soften the hips. Take a big breath. Exhale it out. Good, and then we'll lift the knees upright. Separate your feet about hip distance, and your hands are on your thighs now, and just push your thighs forward. Just press your legs forward ahead of you. Feel any sensations in your lower back that are created from this push on your femur bones, your leg bones. Good, and then we'll release that. Extend your left leg forward and pull your right knee into your chest. Hold that shin. Maybe you clasp your hands, so just notice which index finger is on top. And then squeeze this right leg in. Now activate your left leg. Press forward through the inner arch of that left foot. And you can circle around your right ankle here, just releasing kind of gripness and our static position of our feet, just being seated at a desk or seated wherever. And you just find some movement into that ankle joint, your toes. Then the left hand takes that right leg all the way to the left. Roll yourself onto your left hip, and your shoulders might even stack. And then reach your right arm up and back behind you to twist that right arm to the right, gaze to the right. Take a big breath right into the ribs here. And an exhale out. And your left hand can be gently pressing that right leg down. Knee might meet the ground, it might not meet the ground, it might be far from the ground, and it's not about where we're going, it's just about traveling into the stretch, right? Enjoying the journey that we experience as we just venture into these new places. And even if we've been here 1,000 times before, it's always new for our body because this is a brand new moment. This is a brand new moment in our whole body. So just notice how it feels to be here right now. Notice the quality of your thoughts and just practice presence. Just come back. I'm breathing, I'm stretching, I'm feeling. And then we'll roll back onto your back, keeping your right knee into your chest, okay? And then lift the bottom of that right foot. So now we can reach down the leg for the ankle or your shin, and then push the knee out to the right a little bit. Left hand can rest on that thigh, your left hip, and pull on that right leg. Reach up through the heel, flex the toes towards the knee. Take a big breath in this half happy baby pose. Good. And then bring the bottom of your right foot to the inner left thigh and drop your right knee down to the right side. So you're kind of in a reclined tree pose. Just opening up through the hips, relax the lower back. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Now let's lift that right leg back up, extend it forward next to the left leg, and just pause. Just notice how you feel. Notice differences between the right and the left leg. And then we'll bring the left knee in, and we'll clasp our fingers around that knee. So again, opposite index finger on top, right? Switch up the grip. Squeeze this left knee in closer, relax the ankle, but then strengthen the right leg. Press through the inner arch of that leg. Squeeze this left knee closer. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Do that again, full breath. Last one here. And we'll twist. Right hand takes this leg all the way over to the right, rolling you onto this hip. Maybe your shoulders even stack. And then lift your left arm up and watch it as you drop it back behind you. Take a deep breath, belly, ribs, and chest, all the way to your shoulder expand. And an exhale, softening down into this twist. And just feel the flow of your breath help you twist, help you stretch. Couple more. Last full breath in. Feels so good. And then we'll roll onto our back. Bring that foot, bottom of the left foot up, grab for the lower leg, pull the knee down, right? And flex through the heel, reaching up, and the toes pull to the knee. Right hand can anchor that right hip down, pressing down, shoulders tuck under you. Nice deep breath. Pulling this leg out a little bit. Two more here in this half happy baby. Intentional with the breath. One more. And then bend the knee all the way. Bring that foot to the inner right thigh. Drop the knee down and just pause. Deep round of breath. Open mouth, exhale. Good. We'll lift that left leg up, extend it forward, and rest. Take an inhale into the whole body. Big exhale, let it go. Right, and then we'll plant both feet on the floor, bending through the knees. Reach down through your arms. You might be able to tickle your ankles, like barely tickle them. Really long arms, and then tuck your shoulders under you again, pressing those arms into the floor. Start squeezing your glutes, press to the feet, and curl your spine upward towards the sky above. Feel your knees gently pull towards each other, not that we're trying to get them to touch, but we feel that inward pull of energy. Try to tuck the shoulders underneath you a little bit as you shift the weight to the left and tuck the right. Shift the weight to the right and tuck the left. Press and lift, press and lift, press and lift. Deep breath in. Exhale, release all the way back down. And then lift again. Inhale, press and scoop up. Exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. Really nice undulation of the spine. Do this twice more. Inhale, squeeze and scoop up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. Once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Hold your knees, squeeze them in, rock a little side to side. You can rock your head a little side to side. Good. And then we're going to rock up and down the back. So hold behind your thighs, try to lift your feet, pulling towards the head, and then with momentum, rock up. And then round the spine and rock back, shooting your feet behind you, and then pulling your heart center up. And then rocking back again, and then sweeping up. Now try to lean a little more to the left side of the spine as you rock back and up. And then a little to the right side of the spine as you rock back and all the way up. Good. And then we'll come to a cross-legged seated position. Crossing at your ankles, scoot your hips back one at a time. Take a big breath, reach your arms up. As you exhale, reach forward and fold over those legs, letting your hands meet the ground, letting your head start to come heavy down in front of you. The head is usually the hardest thing to really let go of, especially because we hold it up all day. So as you exhale, just let your head get heavier. Trust that it's not going to fall off. And you can just start to let those neck muscles be easeful, maybe opposite of what they typically do for you every day. You might find enjoyment in just rocking your head side to side. Maybe you tilt your whole torso to the right and whole torso to the left, feeling the side of the ribs and the back body open. And then combine all of this with deeper breaths. So good. All right, walk your hands back towards you. Step those feet or your hands behind you. Fingers nice and wide. Fingers pointing towards your seat. And then flex your feet. You're still in a cross-legged position. You're going to push to the outer edges of your feet and lift your hips up, squeezing your shoulders behind you. Look up. And then slowly lower back down. Now let's switch the cross of your legs. Let's do that again. Press into the feet. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up. Look up. And then exhale, land your hips, sweep your arms up, and fold forward over your cross legs in this position. Nice deep breath into the back. Exhale, squeeze the belly in. Head getting heavier, heavier, heavier. And then rolling your body all the way upright. Roll the shoulders a few times. Forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. And again. And then go in the other direction, squeeze back, up, and forward. 2 more times. 1 more time. Good. And then add the arms. Sweep the arms up. Reach forward with the arms and down and back and all the way up. Forward and down 1 more time. Back and up. And then sweep forward and up. back and down, right? Just open up the wingspan here. Really spread through the fingers, stretch all the way down through your fingers, your palms. One more time, big sweeping movement. Good, and just release that, shake it out. Okay, I'm gonna face you here. Let's continue with our legs. So I'm mirroring you here. My right side is your left side. Okay, so let's extend your left leg out there to the left side of the room. Pull your right ankle towards your right hip crease. Flex your left toes and try to press down into your hands. Now, if this feels uncomfortable to just sit straight up, then use your blanket. Grab a seat onto that folded blanket or your pillow, right? You're literally just lifting your hips up to help you encourage this lift of the spine and also help you kind of with gravity to tip forward. So then when you're ready, allow yourself to just walk your hands a little more forward in front of you. Having that seat or your seat on that support under you is really beneficial to help really open up into the inner thigh, to help encourage the lift of the hips versus the tuck of the tailbone. If we tuck the tailbone and we try to reach forward, we're not really going far. We're not moving from our hips. We want to lift the upper body out of the hips and then move from the hips, hinging forward. Take a couple more breaths here, not here too long. It's only a short 30-minute juicy practice, but know that you can stay anywhere for longer if you want to. Okay, and then we'll come up if that's feeling right, and we'll switch the legs. So bring your right leg out, my left, but your right. Bring that left ankle towards that left hip crease and strengthen this right leg. Lift the toes, lift your chest, grow tall in the spine, and then hinge at your hips, tipping forward. Hands can come in front of you to brace you. Nice deep round of breath, lifting the heart up. Exhaling, slowly coming down a little bit, any amount. We're working with a very gentle stretch here. It doesn't need to be intense. Kind of gaining awareness in our inner thigh, because this is a tight area of our body, right? Our legs are usually just together, not really separating in our like side lunges or anything in the day. And so here we are just opening up into our inner thigh. Okay, and if you're ready, we're going to start coming up and out of it. Bringing bottoms of the feet together now. Still sitting on that support if that feels good, right? It feels nice for me. Take a breath, lift and lengthen the spine as you exhale, tip forward again. Again, hinging from the hips, movement from the hips. Exhaling, just coming down, folding, deep breath. Elbows can push down to those calves or inner knees. Let's do one more here. And then we'll come all the way upright, bringing your knees together. Just give yourself a little hug, right? Bring your arms around your legs, bring your chin down, head heavy. And then we'll stack that spine and scoot your feet out of the way. Come onto your hands and knees for tabletop position. So with your blanket or your pillow, you can strap your mat here. Just bringing padding underneath your knees is really the goal. Just so that we can have a little extra cushion in there, right? You might be in a hotel room, you might be on a wood floor, maybe just your yoga mat. So sometimes it's nice to have a little extra support there. Starting with cow pose and cat pose, we'll drop the belly for cow pose. Pull the chest forward. So grip the ground with your hands and look up. Inhale here. Exhale, cat pose, where we tuck the tailbone, rounding the spine, chin into your chest. Do it again. Inhale, cow pose. Pull the shoulders back, broaden across the heart, the chest, your collarbones. Exhale, rounding the spine. Squeeze your belly button up to that low back. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, belly down, chest forward, looking up. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tailbone, squeezing those glutes forward, chin into chest. 1 more time. Belly down, chest forward and up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Okay, coming into your table, tuck your toes, bring your knees together, come back, sit up on your heels, stretching the bottoms of the feet, super important as we pretty much keep our feet in shoes most of the day. So we want to spread those toes, we want to open up the arches and even down through our ankles. Just bring your arms forward and work a little bit on the wrists to distract us. Your thumb can come in, your forefingers wrap around the thumb very gently, and just roll your wrists, do a big circle. And then look at your wrists. Notice if they're going in opposite directions and try to rotate your wrists in the same direction at the same time. Mindfulness practice. Take another breath into your feet. Try to distract yourself going in the other direction with your wrists. One more breath. And then release your hands. Come forward, spread your fingers wide, and untuck those toes, tapping them on the ground. Good. Let's extend your right leg back, foot on the floor. Hug your belly in and just bounce a little forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, and then we'll lift this leg up. Bend the knee and start to open the knee out to the right side. Pull that knee forward towards the elbow. Lower it towards the earth, but then push the foot back up. Huge circles with your hip. Just a couple more on this side. Press down into your widely spread fingers. Good. Then reverse your rotation. Pull the knee forward, open out to the right, and then back and down. Good. Just a couple more. One more. Good. And then extend that leg straight back, land the toes down, press, 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 and then we'll bring the knee back down to the floor. Now extend the left leg back and do the same thing. Just push back, forward. We'll lift that leg up. We'll bend the knee, open the knee out to the left, pull it forward, lower it, hover over the ground, and press the foot back up. Open out to the left, coming forward and down. One more time. And then go in the other direction. So we're definitely building a little bit of body heat here, which is great, which helps us to bring more blood flow into the muscles. We're not going too intense here to sweat or anything, but maybe you're sweating. Start to extend the left leg back, let the toes land and move forward and back. Right, that's probably the hardest thing that we're doing all class. So now let's bring the knees together. Sit on top of your feet, so your tops feet are on the ground and you're sitting on your heels. And then just shake out your wrists again. It's a lot in the wrists, a lot of pressure in the wrists, so just give them a little release. Let's bring them up above the head. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, sweep your arms down. Inhale up again, lengthen the side of the body. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale up. Think about something energetically you're ready to let go of and just let it go. Two more. One more. And then just let your arms sway and dangle. And then we'll come forward again. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes. Let's lift up into your downward facing dog. Have a little bend in your knees. Press down into your hands and away so you feel your tailbone lengthen. Shimmy your hips a little side to side. Let's open the feet as wide as your yoga mat. Again, shifting a little left, shifting a little right, getting your inner thighs some love there. Nice stretch. Good, and then we'll slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Forward fold at the back of your yoga mat. Let your head get heavy, sway, hang, dangle, all the things here. Decompress your whole spinal cord just by being in this fold. Right, reversing gravity. Head is heavy. You're really in an inversion, letting the head be below the heart, bringing blood into the heart, into the head. Sway left, sway right. A couple more breaths. And then we'll drop your arms down, bend the knees a little bit, press into your feet, strengthen your body as you come all the way upright. Ooh, notice how that feels. Sweep your arms up, strengthen those legs, reach up tall. Exhale, open the arms, bend your knees, let your chest come forward and come all the way back down. And then walk forward into your downward dog. Okay, from our down dog, step your feet a little closer. We're going to step your right foot forward, right to the outside edge of your wrist. Drop the left knee down, pull your chest forward, look forward. As you exhale, press into your right foot, move your hips back and see if you could maybe lift the right toes, letting your chest come down. And then rebend that knee, bring your heart forward, full breath. Exhale, press it back. Bring it forward, inhale, full breath. And exhale, press it back. And then we'll come forward just a little bit. Slide your right foot back behind your hands and walk that foot over to the left. Then bring your weight forward as you bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Tuck the back toes, move the knee back. And you have your blanket here, your pillow here, so maybe you fold up that blanket or pillow and just press it or bring it right underneath your right hip to push down there. Press into your hands, lift your chest, and as you exhale, softly soften through the elbows. Walk your hands forward and maybe melt down one elbow, the other elbow, and breathe. Just staying with the breath, keeping presence of mind here in this posture. Releasing more with every exhale. And one more breath in and out. And we'll come back up to the hands. Okay, let's tuck the back toes, move that knee forward again. Roll out your pillow, your blanket, and then let's just slide your right foot back. Come back into your tabletop, untucking your toes, push back into your child's pose. Nice deep breath into the hips. Full exhale. And then come right back up. From here, tucking your toes, lift up for your downward dog. Step your left foot to the outer left wrist. And then drop your right knee down. Pull your chest forward as your hips sink down. As you exhale, press your hips back. Maybe you lift your left toes any amount. Inhale again, pull your weight forward, let the hips sink, chest forward. Exhale, press it back. Head gets heavy. One more time. Inhale, coming forward, pulling the chest forward. And exhale, pressing it back. And then come forward like halfway. We pull that left foot back a bit and we walk it over to the right edge of the mat. Leaning forward, your body weight, your hips come forward to drop that left knee down. We can tuck the right toes, move that knee back a bit. Fold up your blanket or find that pillow underneath your left hip now. Untucking the right toes, lift your chest, nice deep breath up the spine. With a long spine, we slowly start to tip forward. Softening through the elbows, maybe coming down onto the elbows, maybe staying on the hands. You choose where you want to go. Just a few more breaths right here. One more breath. And then we'll press back up onto those hands, just like that. Removing the blanket pillow out from under you, pull that right knee forward, and then just slide that left foot back. Knees a little wider, big toes together, and then our forehead rests down. One deep breath. Slowly coming upright. Scoot your feet out of the way to come onto your seat. You can ditch your blanket or your pillow, get it out of the way, and we're going to lay on down for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Feet down, have enough room to lay back, roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way to your back body, and then adjust things, let your legs go long, tuck your shoulders underneath you, just rest here for a moment, wiggle the hips, notice how the legs and hips feel after that wonderful practice, opening so much. Tuck the shoulders underneath you and let's exhale everything out of the body. Take the deepest breath you've taken yet today. Hold the breath in and sip it out. Hold it, sip it. Open the mouth, exhale, deflate, and rest in this final resting pose, Shavasana. Now you can choose to either stay right where you are, being easeful, and just resting, or begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingers to reawaken this physical form. Stretch your arms back and your legs long. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and relax. And then keeping your eyes closed, bend your knees. Roll over to your side using your arm as a pillow. Just hold gratitude for having brought yourself to this practice, for turning on this video today to nourish your body in a way that only you can do for you. And then use your hands and sense of touch to come up to a seat, feeling your way there, trying to keep your eyes closed because they work so hard for you all day. Find a nice tall spine and a lifted chest and heart. Let's meet the palms together. Take a final deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bowing your head down towards your heart. Hold gratitude once again, maybe bringing a little smile on your face. And thank you so much for joining me for this evening practice. Namaste. See you next time.